And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Today we're talking about Cowtown.
Ooh.
That is the most boring cow ever. Alright. This is designed by Richard Borg of Memoir 44 fame and a whole bunch of other small games. Cowtown is... You said boo?
No.
Cowtown is a game in which you're trying to get rid of cards from your hand. The first person to get rid of the cards will get points. This game has a very strong feel to other games like Pig Pile. Let's take a closer look. Of course, everyone's going to be interested in the little cows, which incidentally don't have black spots on them. That seems kind of odd, but whatever. The plastic cows, this is the cool thing that people like in their games, but this is basically just a scoring mechanic, following in the great tradition of Pig Pile and the dog and cat game that Kenichi did. There's a lot of these games. Well, this game is kind of like a variant on Dutch Blitz would probably be the closest thing to it. Essentially, you're trying to get rid of all the cards in your hand by placing them on these piles. The game starts with 4 piles, but there can be more piles as the game progresses. You're going to start with 6 cards in your hand, and these cards are going to be different cows. There's different color cows. Each of the color cows is also a different shape, so incidentally you can differentiate them even if you're colorblind, which is something I'm always appreciative of. And the cards go from 1 to 10, and then there's also a Cowtown card, which is what the game is called, of course. On your turn, you can take a card and put it in the middle of the table. If it's a Cowtown card, you can just place that one face up. Otherwise, you can take a card from your hand. Let's say, for example, I want to put an 8 out. I could put this 8 on top of the 7 here. Now, the color doesn't matter when you put it out. You can put out any color you want. However, if you put out a card that's the same color, that's a different color than the one on the table, then you must turn over the top card of the deck. If it's just a regular card, you're fine. However, if you turn one over that shows this little red bowl, then you are in trouble there, and you must draw another card to your hand. So you got rid of a card, but you then added a card to your hand. If you can't play a card on top of any of the piles, then you must draw a card and add it to your hand. It is possible to play more than one card in your turn if you can play them in consecutive order. See, on top of the 7 here, I can put this 8, and then I put the 9. I could even put a 10 on top of that. The problem is, if I put a different color, I have to draw a card again. I can also play multiple cards. Like if for some reason there was multiple of the same numbers out there, let's say there was an 8 here and an 8 somewhere else, and I had 2 9s in my hand, I could play both of those. Now, the goal is, of course, to get rid of all the cards in your hand. If you play a 10, close the barn door, shut the door, then you take those cards and you put them to the side. So let's say you get 9 and 10, and we put them to the side, and you get to take another turn. Or you can pass one of your cards to another player. Both of those are a lot of fun. When you're down to one card, you say you say moo, and we keep going. And when one person gets rid of their last card, whoever gets rid of their cards takes 4 cows. Whoever has the fewest cards in their hand gets 2 cows. These are called score cows, by the way. And everyone else gets 1 cow. I guess it's to make everyone feel better that you have at least something, because they could just give the person in the lead 3 cows and, well, whatever. So it's also a way to determine when the game ends. The game ends after 4 rounds or when all the cows are gone. Whoever collects the most cows is the winner. All right, Cowtown. The artwork is great. People are going to like collecting the cows. What do you guys think of the game? Amy first.
I like it. I like how where you put the angry ones when you flip over a card, and if it's an angry one, you get another card.
You like getting another card?
Yeah, so I can put something else on the board.
Okay. What do you think of the game?
I like it because of those little cow things, and when I like the different type of cows.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I mean, the game is very light, okay? You have to realize that going in. This is a kid's game. This is not a game that you'll sit around playing with adult, hopefully, because it's really, like I said at the beginning, like a slow version of Dutch Blitz. You're trying to get rid of your cards by playing them where they are. There's not a lot of strategy. There's just playing the cards from your hand as time goes by. It's fun, and the idea of playing a card of a different color, which gives you a chance of getting a card back in your hand, is an interesting one, but there's no reason not to do it. So, Cowtown... Thanks. Cowtown, it says it's for ages 7 and up for 3 to 6 players, but I would say that it's more likely this is for like ages 7 to 12. This is definitely the sweet spot there. I found the game boring for me, but the kids enjoyed it more. So you giving this a thumbs up? Alrighty, Cowtown.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.